we were discussing three things, that is symbols, formulas and equations. We have done with symbols and formulas. Now we are proceeding for chemical equations. Chemical equations. How chemical equations are written in chemistry? On the left hand side there are reactants. On the left hand side there are reactants, and in between reactants and products there is an arrow. On the right hand side we write the products. So that is how we represent a chemical equation. Now till now you have learned how to write the equation in words, but now we shall discuss how to write the skeletal equation. Writing skeletal equation. So before writing skeletal equation, till now you have learnt to write the reaction as carbon dioxide dissolves in water to form carbonic acid. Carbon dioxide dissolves in water to form carbonic acid. So today you can write the skeletal form. The skeletal equation of this equation is written as carbon dioxide, that is CO2. Carbon dioxide dissolves in water, so we can write plus water, give rise to carbonic acid, that is H2CO3. So this is how we write the skeletal equation. First we shall know which things we shall react to form the products. So these are the things that react with one another. So these are reactants. And on the product side, the product that we obtained after reacting the things is carbonic acid. Next we shall learn how to balance a chemical reaction. It is very necessary to balance a chemical reaction. Balancing a chemical reaction. So in order to balance a chemical reaction there are two steps. First step is write down the skeletal equation. First, when you write the skeletal equation, see if the number of the atoms on the reactant as well as the product side is same. And the second step is, if they are not equal, then make them equal by multiplying with proper coefficients. And if in the reaction oxygen and nitrogen are present, then balancing oxygen and nitrogen makes our task easy. Let us learn balancing of a chemical equation with the help of an example. C plus O2 give rise to carbon dioxide. So you can see, you can write carbon and oxygen. Here you can write left hand side and right hand side. First we have written the skeletal equation. Now count the number of atoms on each side. How many carbons are there in left hand side? 1. How many carbons are there on right hand side? 1. How many oxygens are there? On left hand side 2, and on the right hand side the oxygens are 2. As carbon and oxygens are balanced, so our equation is already balanced. So we need not to balance this equation because it is already balanced. Next equation is carbon and oxygen give rise to carbon monoxide. Now we have to balance it. To balance it, first write carbon and oxygen left hand side, right hand side. Now see how many carbon atoms are there on the left hand side? 1, and on the right hand side 1. How many oxygen atoms are there on the left hand side? 2, but on the right hand side there is only 1 oxygen atom. So we need to balance this equation because carbon is balanced but oxygen is not balanced. So how can we balance it? Just multiply this with the coefficient 2 on the right hand side to making the balanced equation. To make balanced equation, we can multiply the right hand side with 2. So when we multiply this with 2, now again count the carbon and oxygen, left hand side and right hand side. How many carbons are there now? There is 1 carbon, but there is 2 carbon on the right hand side. On the left hand side there is 2 oxygen, and on the right hand side again 2 oxygen. Oxygen is balanced but carbon is not balanced. So again we can write, to balance the equation, again rewrite the equation first. Now see, how can we balance the carbon? We can balance the carbon if we put the coefficient 2 here with the carbon. So we can write 2CO2 give rise to 2CO. Now count the number of carbon and oxygen. Carbon, oxygen. The carbons on the left hand side is 2 as well as on the right hand side, and the oxygen on the left hand side is 2 and also oxygen on the right hand side. 2 multiply O, that is 2 oxygen. So now our equation is balanced. We will see another example of balancing the equation, that is H2 and O2 give rise to water, hydrogen and oxygen. Now see how many hydrogen atoms are there and how many oxygen atoms are there on the left hand side and right hand side. How many hydrogen atoms are there on the left hand side? 2. And how many hydrogens present on the right hand side? Again 2 atoms of hydrogen are present here. And how many oxygen on the left hand side? 2. How many oxygen on the right hand side? 1. So we will balance the oxygen. To balance the oxygen, again rewrite the same equation. Now there are 2 oxygens present on the left hand side, so we need to multiply this with 2. Put here 2, the coefficient here is 2. Now again count the number of hydrogen and oxygen on the left hand side and right hand side respectively. So number of hydrogen here is now 2, but the number of hydrogen on the right hand side now is 4. But oxygen is balanced. Number of oxygen atoms present here is 2 atoms. So we can write 2 atoms. Here number of oxygen atoms, 2 multiply O, again there are 2 atoms. Oxygen is balanced, we need to balance the hydrogen. To balance hydrogen, again rewrite the same equation in the previous step. Again count the number of hydrogen and oxygen on the left hand side and right hand side after the result. So to balance the hydrogen, we need to put the coefficient 2 here, because here are 2, here is 4. So see the equation and observe, there are 4 hydrogen, we need to put the coefficient 2 here. If we put here 2, then the number of hydrogens would become 2 multiply 2, that is 4. There are 2 atoms and the coefficient multiply with the subscripts of every element, because here is 2, so 2 multiplies with the coefficient or subscript of hydrogen as well as with the subscript of oxygen. So there are 4 hydrogens. On the left hand side we can write there are 4 hydrogens and 2 multiply oxygen, that is 1. So there is 2 oxygen. So we have to multiply the coefficient with each atom present in the compound. Keep in mind that thing. And the number of hydrogens present here now is 4 and oxygen is 2. So now our equation is balanced. So our balanced equation is Write the balanced equation. 2H2O2 give rise to 2H2O. So in this manner you can balance the equations. And the last topic of our chapter is making a chemical equation more informative. Making a chemical equation more informative. How can we make a chemical equation more informative? We can write down the conditions and the catalyst. We can make the chemical equation more informative by mentioning catalyst and conditions. So what is catalyst? A catalyst is a substance that generally speeds up a reaction without itself being consumed in the reaction. That is, it is obtained as such. It just speeds up the reaction but does not used in the reaction as reactants are used. We just use it in the reactants and then we obtain it from the product side. It just speeds up the reaction and does not itself undergo any change. So we can mention the catalyst and conditions. For example, in the reaction 2KClO3, we can write the condition 200 to 300 degrees Celsius and mention the catalyst MnO2, and the products are 2KCl plus 3 oxygen. We can also make a chemical equation more informative by writing its state of reactants as well as of products. Here this is in the solid state, so we can write small s in the bracket. This is also in the solid state and this one is in the gaseous state. So that is how we make a chemical reaction more informative. Mentioning catalyst as well as conditions. Conditions may be temperature, pressure, and catalyst here used in the reaction is mentioned on the arrow, that is MnO2. And also we can mention the state of reactants. Mentioning state of reactants and products. So we can mention the state as it is solid and it is gaseous, and we can also mention the name and the color of the substance if required by mentioning name and color of substance. For example, in the reaction CaOH2, that is lime water or slaked lime, which is in the aqueous form, and CO2, which is in the gaseous form, give rise to calcium carbonate, which is milky, plus water, which is liquid. So by these three rules we can make a chemical equation more informative by mentioning catalyst and the conditions, and by mentioning the state of reactants, that is here is solid, here is gaseous state, and here is aqueous state of calcium hydroxide, here is gaseous carbon dioxide, here is milky, that is we can also mention the colors, it is white in color because milky, and also we can write the name of the substance. For example, this is slaked lime or lime water. So that was all about your chapter. Now students, open your notebooks and write down the homework. you have to write the radicals given on the page number 49 along with their formulas and name in a colored page, and then paste the color page in your notebook. Homework is write table given on the page number 49 on a colored page and paste it in your notebook. You have to also learn along with it. So this is the table that you have write on your notebooks on the colored page and then paste it in your notebook. Thank you.